We begin the show in The Gap, which is a quiet little suburb of Brisbane in Queensland. This home is a modern house which sits comfortably into its hillside environment. We catch up with the family who love their new custom-designed abode. Well, thank you so much for opening your house for us today. It's a pretty impressive site and a pretty impressive house.
Thank you.
So whereabouts are we here, Michelle?
We're in sunny Queensland in the Gap, a leafy suburb about 15 minutes from Brisbane.
It's really close, isn't it?
Very close.
But, I mean, where we are here, it's almost like we're in the country.
Yes, that's what we love about it. We love the bush aspects and the birds and the wildlife, so it's great.
Well, I mean, what was here before and how did you find it?
It was just bush here, but it was easy to find because it's just 200 metres from our old house. So
is that right?
We're very close to where we used to live, but we really love the block and we love the aspect and the outlook.
Yeah.
And,
so which house was yours?
just behind that white roof.
Isn't that
over
funny?
there.
So you didn't have to move the furniture very far. So you boys could have just carried across.
Yeah, that's what I told
How
them.
was
Well, that never worked out.
No, of course. Okay, so what was the must-have that you wanted in the house, boys?
Well, the little brother wanted goalposts, but that was quickly shot down, so we settled on a back deck to enjoy some adult beverages from time to time.
Ah, adult beverages. Yeah, that better be a beer. And what's your favourite part of the house, Nick?
I think my favourite part of the house is probably the lounge room that we have down the back there. I mean, it allows us to have a bit of our own space and a bit of our own time, which is good as we start to sort of become young adults.
Well, I really like how it's actually sunk down, and it's got like a bit of a man cave, I suppose.
Yeah, it does give us time to hang out with the boys, play a bit of FIFA, shoot a bit of pool, and just hang out on our own, I suppose.
That's great. Well, listen, I'm going to take Mum and Dad. We're going to have a look around, and we'll meet you guys later on. The house has all the crisp, clean lines you would expect in today's modern architecture. I particularly love how the butler's pantry can be hidden with 2 sliding doors. The house is entered on the ground level and is accessed via a central atrium. On the first level is the kids' media room and also the kitchen and dining space. Upstairs is the master bedroom suite, which has views over the pool and beyond.
When they bought the land, they were originally thinking that it would be nice to build a house that had a spine which ran up the hill and maybe had a series of pavilions which branched out. But there are a number of constraints with this particular block of land. It's on the foothills of Mount Cootha, so we had the Mount Cootha local plan, and there was a designated building location envelope on the block of land. So with these constraints, the actual design evolved to just be a house based around an atrium with a number of multi-storey wings radiating out from the atrium.
I mean, well, one of the things I love about Nevis is her signature here is this beautiful atrium space where the staircase is. It's the central core of the home, which obviously for commuting and travelling around the house. But it's a really stunning piece of art, really.
We love it.
Yeah, there was a lot of work went into that with ourselves and the builder.
Yeah.
Michael and I spent a lot of time trying to get that right.
Yeah.
And I must admit that very pleased with the end result.
For sure. Now, who was the builder?
Michael McVeigh from McVeigh Homes.
Right, and he lives really close by, doesn't he?
He does. He's done a number of houses in the area, which was great. You could get to go and have a look at them and see just what sort of quality it builds.
Yep.
But more importantly, I was doing a fair bit of travel, and he could look after it while I was away, and we had a very good relationship, and it went very, very well. I was very happy with him.
Well, pretty impressive home, boys.
Yeah, it's alright, we don't mind it.
I noticed there's a few sports cars downstairs.
Yeah, it's always good to have a few horses in the stable. I mean, we're both pretty partial to our sports cars, so no, it's good.
That's great. Okay, guys, so how did you go with budget? Were you sort of on budget when you with the design and the build?
Actually went really well by budget. I know you hear lots of horror stories about people going over budget, but we were only about 8% over budget, which at the end of the day, I was happy with that.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me here today. Had an absolutely wonderful time, and absolutely congratulations. Amazing, amazing job.